So your first time going to counseling?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. So you've never been before?
No, this is the first time. Kind of nervous.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
So usually with clients, like I just talk about like, I just want to hear like what's going on and like talk about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then talk about like confidentiality, and then dig a little bit deeper into what's going on and do some like kind of goal setting, problem solving, see where we can go with what's going on. And then, yeah, we'll wrap it up and I'll see you back next week. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So what's bringing you in today?
There's like this, it's kind of like a weird thing that's happening in my life. It's boy problems.
Right.
And I don't know, I feel like I need someone's help.
Okay.
Or like another third person opinion because I'm really stressed about it.
Okay.
And like, I feel like everyone in my life is biased in one way or the other.
Okay.
So it's really hard for me to come up with like a solution.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
So I'm like seeing this guy, okay, and we've been friends for like 3 years now.
Okay.
Basically, we lived on the same floor in residence and like.
Okay, that's awesome.
We had like Psych 101 together. It was like my favorite class. We like bonded so much. Like we've been great friends.
Okay.
And like lately, like we like started liking each other, all of that. And like, the transition between like from being friends to like dating someone or like seeing someone is weird.
It's interesting, yeah.
It's interesting. It's like weird. Like I don't know.
Okay.
And yeah, like whatever. And okay, like it's so weird to talk about, to be honest.
Why are you finding it weird?
Okay, I don't even know how to say it, but it's like there's like religion problems.
Okay.
So it's like he's Muslim and I'm Hindu.
Right.
And like in both of our religions, it's like you're not really supposed to be affiliated. Like I don't want to say affiliated, but like
some conflict. Is that kind of what you're looking for?
Yes. And it's like it's history. Like it's all because at one point like we had war, like some stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean, we still do have wars, but I'm so close to my parents. Like I've told my parents about all my relationships, but the moment I told my mom, like I gave her a hint that, like, do you know my friend? Like, do you remember him? Like, yeah, like he likes me, I like him, and like.
Okay. What's your friend's name?
His name is like Reza.
Riza?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, because of the whole religion thing, like she basically just like was like, he's Muslim, like you can't, it's like against your religion.
Right.
And like, I just like got so heated and like I like started fighting with her. I was like, like how does it matter? Like,
right.
All that, but like,
okay.
It's so hard because now I'm just like, I'm not gonna tell her anything because I just like lied to her. I was like, I was just joking.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's so weird and I don't know what to do.
Okay. Well, what was your mom's reaction when you were telling her about Riza?
She was just like, like she just knew by his name. Like she was like, you can't, we can't. She keeps saying we can't. And for me, it's like, Mom, if your reason is like legitimate enough, I will stand by it. But you're not giving me concrete enough like reasons.
Okay. Have you been able to like talk to her about it, or was it just kind of like cut and dry? Like we don't want you to like.
It was just like we don't want you to be associating with it. That's it. Like Shashi, like no. It was just like a big no. And I was like, and then she just refused to listen to me. And it's frustrating because I have a really close relationship with my mom. Like she's known about all my previous boyfriends and everything. But this, and like, I'm not a person that would like just like go date anyone. Like I want to be in a relationship with him. And the problem is that he also has the same issue because he can't date a Hindu girl as well.
Okay.
So it's hilarious, but it's also like really sad because like all of our friends, we have like either like majority of my friends are Hindus, or like, so they're all like more biased towards me, and they're like, oh well, it's a big no, like you can't do it, it's forbidden love, like it's a running joke, and I feel like everyone's taking it as a joke, but I can't take it as a joke,
Right.
because it's something serious.
Okay, I can tell it's like really important to you, and like it's like kind of like taking over, like it's like a really big deal. But I just wanted to let you know that like anything that you say is like super confidential, and like I like will not be like telling anybody, just so you know.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
but I'm just like so conflicted.
Okay.
Because we were talking and I was like, oh, like I really want to tell my mom, but I can't.
Right.
And then he says he wants to tell his parents, but he's gonna do it anyway, because he's the boy and there's no issue. Like
He's
boys,
gonna be with you regardless of what his parents say?
oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was just clarifying.
And it's like, oh, why are you being a shit disturber? Like,
right.
Because like all of our friends, and like he spoke to his cousin, who also like, the only thing is like our values, like our religion, like everything, they don't match.
Okay.
Like we're butting heads, like not the two of us, but everything else that we've been like brought up into, and like our values, our morals, like just things we're supposed to believe in, our faith,
Right.
everything's like conflicting, not between us, but between our families and our religion.
Okay. Right.
So it's like a thing that's like on the outside that doesn't really affect us, but it low-key does.
Okay. Can you try to explain it to like your families as like you're like learning from each other, and like they're not trying to like, you guys aren't trying to like convert each other, like you can like still have your like individual faiths without it like impacting?
I mean, see, that's the whole issue. It's so hard to, I mean, we call it old school, because we're like, oh, that's so old school.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, it's not, because it's the harsh reality.
Right.
And for both of us to figure it out and be like, oh, we're gonna tell our parents, is like so hard, because
it's like a big step.
It's like a major step, and also because it's like, again, it's like you're not really that serious. Like that's what one of like our friends said, like you guys aren't really that serious, so you don't really have to tell your parents.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like I feel so bad. I feel so guilty, because every time I speak to my mom, like I have to lie to her.
Okay.
And it stresses me out so much, because it's
Okay.
like, oh, why am I lying to my own mother?
Right.
But then at the same time, my mother is like, oh, like if you do anything, like that's the end of it.
Right.
Like you won't ever talk to me.
Maybe to like avoid the feelings of like being like feeling like guilty and like upset over it. Is there like any way that you could like start like talking to your mom about it in a way that she'd be like more open-minded about it, or no?
So I tried to. I joked about it,
Okay.
and she joked about it as well.
Right.
But then in the end, she was just like, no, like that's not happening. So I feel like there's no way to go around it. It's so frustrating, to be honest, because it's so, like I don't know how to feel about it. And I feel like he is taking it lightly. But that's also because he's like grown up in Canada.
Right.
And like, he's grown up with like, not like people from his religion, like he's not, he's from Newfoundland, like he's like not around like the culture and stuff like that, so he feels like, oh, it's going to be okay for his parents to know.
Right.
But the question comes to, what about my parents?
Right. It's okay for his parents to know, because his parents have been like surrounded with like lots of other different cultures, and they're not as strict.
They are.
They are, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
oh, like they're against him dating.
Oh, okay.
So like apparently like Muslim people, they're not supposed to date. Like at least in his family, like they don't date. They don't like agree with people dating.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, but if you don't date, it's like how? And then he feels like, oh, if he dates someone, it might be okay for them. But again, he's dating a Hindu girl.
Right.
So that's a big problem.
There's a conflict, okay.
There's like a major conflict. So
Okay.
it's so hard, like we can't come up with like anything. And like he was talking to his cousin and his cousin was like, yeah, like is it worth it to like go against your parents and your values and your faith and your morals and everything? And it's like, whoa.
That's wild, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That happens. Okay, have you guys had like actual conversations about it, like together, or just like not so much?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we have, and I feel like there's like this weird like tension.
Okay. How was that going for you?
It's weird. It's like we know like it's an issue, but it's not an issue with us, right?
Okay.
Like we really don't care. But in our minds, it's like on the back burner that
It is a big deal.
it's a big
To
deal,
other
and like
people.
we can't tell anyone, so we have to like make it like a hush hush thing.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just like kind of looking at like like some like outcomes like that you would want from this. Like what is like your ultimate goal? Like to like get
To be
from
able
it?
to tell my parents,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
like I feel so guilty, and he does too. He feels like it's we both like it's like he was telling me, he was like, oh, like isn't it so sad that like religion is like
Trying to keep you apart.
yeah, and it's as cheesy as it sounds. It's like, oh, it's forbidden love, like
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
but it's weird because it's like he says it's so sad that we have to alienate ourselves just because like of that kind of stuff. And he feels that, oh, like if our parents want us to be open, like want us to be open with them, why do they then tell us that we can't do things? And then they
Yeah.
complain that they don't know too much about our lives, and then it's like, but you're the ones that are like making a big deal out of it, so how do we get past it? And we want our parents to be involved in like a big step in our lives, but
Right.
can we?
That's super important. Okay.
So my outcome, like his outcome, my outcome is like, oh, you know, we want to tell you, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Like,
Okay. So like what I'm getting from you is like it sounds like I know that you're feeling guilty about it because you've said it, but it's like what I'm getting from it is that like you're really honest and like you're really thoughtful and like really take into consideration other people's like thoughts and opinions on choices that you're making.
yeah,
So just like before we like come to an end, like I just like wanted to like try to like find like an outcome like for you. Like you talked about how you wanted to be able to tell your parents, and you're sounding like you want the support from your family as well as his, because it's like a decision that you want to make for yourself. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I do.
Okay.
You know, like you kind of you wish to be able to make decisions for yourself at the end of the day because it's my life.
Right, okay. Do you think that like for your session, like when you come back next week, throughout like this coming week, like do you think that it would be okay to maybe try to have another conversation with your mom and be like, listen, like say like speak your mind and say, I'm trying to like I really want like support from you, like I really care about your opinion, but like I know that you care about me, and like obviously your mom loves you, like she wants you to be happy, so maybe you can just ask her for just some support and just like explain to her how you're feeling, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I feel like I could work on that. That's like my main goal.
Right.
And
Okay.
that's part of the reason why I came to you, because I feel like I wanted to get like an unbiased opinion,
Right.
which is not my friends and my family and my cousins and his cousins and
Right.
you know. And
Right.
yeah, like I hope to kind of figure it out
Try to
as
get
we
on the right
go,
track.
get on the right track, and just get your help.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So your goals for next week are, what are your goals for
Try.
next week?
just try to talk to my mom. I feel like I need to kind of condition her. I don't know. I feel like conditioning her to the idea of it.
Okay.
I don't know. Like
Maybe.
I find it so hard because I feel like she's so rigid with her like entire mindset.
Right.
So it's like, oh, how do you break that? How do you make it? How do you normalize it? Because
Right.
every time she's just like, it's not allowed.
Right. Okay.
Like that is it. Like
Okay.
period. Nothing. She's not gonna listen to things after that. Before that, like how do we get past it? So
Okay.
my main goal is to like
Try to talk to her about it.
yeah, and like cause I wish that I can, because it's like, oh, then how do you expect me to go about with my life?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Why lying to you?
Right.
You know?
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to like
To talk to
follow
her
that
about it.
like
Okay.
path of
That's awesome.
like that approach.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in.
No problem. Thank you so
and-
much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
Really
problem.
helped. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you come in the same time next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.